Now I know you guys have been asking for another Blender tutorial, so I thought why not just do one today. Nothing too interesting. I know someone did want me to do the how you like put an image on a sign, because I haven't really done that before and I don't really do mapping much. I don't really want to do it, to be honest. What I am going to do is tell you how to combine Truckpaint shader but use Ambient Occlusion as well. Because as you can see, there's nothing. We come down the other end where it's going to look good. There's no Ambient Occlusion yet. And this part isn't done. I've still got to add another cable and probably find a better picture for this sticker. I filled out the details on it, but it's just a little bit wonky where the original wasn't straight. But we'll get round to that. And whatever the fuck that is, we'll sort that out. Anyway, still very much work in progress, this trailer. I think Pinga did one, or Pistel, one of the two. I get too confused. He doesn't sell his anymore, and I only found out the other day that he actually had one. So there's that. Right, anyway, enough yapping about that. How do you add ambient occlusion to this? Go into material. Now normally you go to diffuse occlude or add environment, diffuse specular occlusion. Because we want to use truck paint, we don't want to use this. We'll stick with regular truck paint. At the moment we just got a base colour, but we don't want that. We want it to show the shadows underneath on that, don't we? Very simple to do. Make sure it's scaled and everything properly. We'll bring out a new window. Just an FYI, the back part is not done. It's way too short. I've loaded in a couple of rear wheels from trailers in game. I've got to line it up, do the arches properly. So this is just purely to make it look like something that's nowhere near done yet. Don't look too much into the rear of that. Anyway, UV editor. We'll click new and just call it whatever. Only can do 1024 because if you sit through a 4K AO bake, you can be waiting there a fucking long time. So, select all in edit mode. Unwrap. Go to UV project. Final margin. It'll be that by default. I've already tested it today. So, correct aspect, scale to bounds, and 66 on the angle limit, and unwrap. You'll get something that looks like that. Obviously, it will depend on your model. Okay, press N. Go down to text tools. You can bake using Blender in the render thing, but I just prefer text tools. Size, maximum I recommend going is 2048, unless you've got like 10 minutes to wait. Padding can be 8. I'm not 100% sure what padding does, but I think HFG uses 8, so we'll just do that as well. I've had no problems with it. Anti-aliasing, I'll go for max 2. I forget what this is, but you don't want an RGB, you want linear for black and white. Samples, one go 2 mad, 256 maximum. Make sure you've selected AO. So when that's all done, we just click bake and then wait. It might come out a bit blotchy on the bake. It depends what settings you've got in Blender to how it comes out. And obviously little crevices and that, they're not going to look great. It depends on your model as well. Just make sure you haven't got doubles. So do the M key and then merge by distance to clear everything up. I'm not too fussed if there's a few blotches on there. You're never going to get it perfect anyway. I do at some point want to do, I think they're called livestock trailers. I know Pista has one, the Barrett trailer. I think that's free actually on his website at the moment with another, like a container trailer. And there we go, there's a bake. I don't know why that keeps coming up. And which part is this? Hang on. Right. Oh, yeah. So this should be okay. If not, this ain't done, so I'll fix that if I need to. But anyway, when we've baked it, image, save as. Fucking AO test. I've got quite a few of them that I was messing around with. trailer owned, blah blah blah. Body. File format is going to be a Targa. When you've done that, go into your base texture, go to the folder, state modified, and select the texture, only 1.6 megabyte. Boom. So yeah, this ain't perfect, there's something going on with this base. Click that, create a texture object file. I'm not too fussed about it, it's a shadow underneath. And you can always adjust your denoise settings if you need to. Don't forget, back into the folder, select the texture object, and that's it. It's a front. Yeah, that's not too bad. I did want to ambient occlusion the chains, but it looks so bad. So we're just leaving those. You wouldn't believe me how long it took to get this done on the curve. It sort of hangs like it would naturally, but it's not perfect. But, you know, good enough for now, and I'm quite pleased with how it's come out. Not the full texture yet. And ignore this, this needs to be sorted properly. Anyway, yeah, it's getting there. Right, that's enough of that. This is a Fontaine Renegade N, I think. The 2024 from what I found online. I haven't actually got a blueprint. I've just gone through, like, people are selling their trailer and I'm modelling it after that. Anyway, enough of that. Go to the output folder. Make sure you're in the right path, which I am in the body of the trailer. I've opened Smarty's Alitrack flatbed just so I get the definition files. I spoke to Krill by Shrimpworks, if you know him. That's the Volvo F series. He's helped me. He's passed the def files on to someone else and had problems getting it into the dealer, and now they work. So thanks to Monday Man for that. All will be included in the mod files as a thanks. But yeah, the full export path is done. Don't need to clean it unless you remove files you don't really need anymore. That'll just clear up old crap in your folder. Make sure you're in American Truck Simulator mod folder. Boom. But yeah, the noise on the model isn't great. I will be fiddling with that a bit more. And the back of it's way too short. It needs to be like another metre long before I even do the arches and get the tyres set up properly. It's only going to be a dual axle, not a twin axle. The body's going to stay as it is. It's an 8.4 metre body, I think. So if you're having custom cargo, the loading area, no locators in, are set. I'll show you what they're set quickly, actually. Not really what I intended for this video. So loading area end at the start. You can see right at the back and right at the front there. So that will tell the game where to load the cargo. In, yeah, this spot here. I did want to make a tutorial of how to make a trailer from scratch and get it in the game. But it would probably be a part series because there's a lot of work involved. I don't know if I'm going to get around to it, so I don't want to make any promises. The lashing areas are just going to be at the back and front as well, like this. I may get round to it, I may not. I don't want to say yes, I don't want to say no at the moment. But something for the near future anyway. Anyway, that's all done. Let's go into the game. I say making a trailer from scratch hasn't been that bad. It's purely the def file issue I had. I've just renamed quite a few SII files wrong, and that's why it wouldn't show up. Like there's no truck fleet configuration or whatever. But no, it shows up. You can buy it. You can haul cargo with it. You know, the chains work, the straps work, etc. I'm quite pleased with what I've done so far. How about this fucking heat wave, eh? Fucking UK had it bad. We're like 35 degrees. Actually melted. Europe's got it. Like 1,000 people in France have died. It's been 41 degrees in fucking Germany. Mental. Too hot for my liking. I don't like the heat. Mine's a bit mild, but the humidity is what gets you. I've got a dehumidifier in the room just on the desk. We'll get aircon, but I don't really want to pay 300. for a tiny aircon that's going to run up the bills. I'll just do the desk fan, it does the job. A quick heads up while I think about it. The Mercedes 1632 NG I'm no longer updating. I can't remember if I've mentioned this. So if you want to update it for 160, etc., feel free to release, edit as you wish. Just for whoever now. You know, I've had it a good few years. There's really not much more I can do to it. Right. Lighting might look a bit different because I'm using Snow Moon. A quick look at it. Yeah, the shading isn't great. It does work. Probably doesn't have a shadow because I'm not finished with it yet, so I don't mind that. And obviously the arches aren't even in, so the tiles are going to poke through, but yeah, you can see it's done. And that is how you do ambient occlusion with Truckpaint. Simple as that.